we need to set boundaries. We need to set, because people will overuse you if they see the chance. When people sense weakness in people, or when they sense lack of boundaries or standard in people, they would abuse it. People can't help themselves when they sense weakness in someone else or in people. So one thing you should know when practicing boundaries with friends is for you to know that, first of all, it's very normal. Don't let it hurt you. Don't overthink it. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel ashamed to let out your boundaries and be like, hey friend, I hate it when you call me talk about your relationship problem, because I feel like you don't ever leave and you just love the attention. Or hey friend, I don't like it when you borrow money or you borrow stuff and you don't return them. Or hey friend, I don't like you being all touchy, the way you grab me, or whenever you're laughing you slap me or you hit me. I'm not comfortable with that. Or kind of like, hey friend, whenever we have to meet up, I wait for you for long hours, I keep calling you, don't pick up my call, I feel like it's a waste of time. Like, you need to know that it's normal for you to put your friends in their place and check them sometimes, even when the love is so deep. I know sometimes when the love is deep, you kind of feel hurt that you're gonna lose them if you speak out. But you don't want to be friends with leeches and vultures. So if you tell them and they feel some type of way about it, they feel some type of way of you drawing boundaries and telling them your power, like, you can't touch my power, okay? This is it. I'm reinforcing my power. And no, if they feel some type of way about it and that means they leave you, that is your answer. That is your answer. You don't need any answer, okay? So an everyday example will be like, maybe if they invite you out late, you decline the invite, or if they text you very late at night, you can mute your notification and all of that, okay? So apart from it being normal, second way is make sure you talk to them in a clear, concise way when you're expressing your boundaries. We don't want it to be like you're having a fight. I know some of us, maybe we should have set boundaries and we didn't, and now that you've heard about this video, you're trying to enforce it, so you go in a very aggressive way. No, take your time, okay? Whenever you're doing stuffs, especially when you're dealing with other human beings, and especially if they're your friends, they might not even know, because you haven't stated your boundaries from the beginning. They might not even know that hurts you or that was disturbing to you. So this is the time for you to sit them down or call them up and be like, hey, from now on, I'm not comfortable with this, and I don't think we're going to do that. I would prefer we put an end to that kind of, whatever you feel uncomfortable with, and you express. So make sure your expressions are clear, concise, and straight to the point. Don't go about the bush. Don't feel shy. Don't be ashamed, because it's either they understand and still be your friend and respect that, or they walk away. Like, they get angry because now you're not the version of that person that they were using or stealing energy from, let me say. So you have one or the other, and either way it's a win, because they wouldn't allow you to fly. If you don't stay the boundaries and they keep doing what they're doing, it's gonna keep you stuck. The friendship is not gonna be healthy, and you don't want that. So I prefer you script your boundaries. If you don't know how to go about it, script your boundaries. Write it down how you would want to be talked to if you were in their shoes. So make it concise, direct, but in a polite and clear way. And the next one is, just know if you've never told or created any boundaries in your relationships, especially your friendship, because that's what I'm talking about, and you want to reclaim your power, anticipate a pushback, especially if you were a nice person, or you've always been a nice person, or you've always been the type that they love to drain. Like, you're like their draining box. They come there to take energy and take it back to their relationship or in their personal life, or you're the type that they come to dump their problems on and they leave. Whenever you come up with those kind of boundaries, be prepared that it's going to be a pushback, especially if you've never said that and you guys have been friends for a long time. They're not going to be happy with that. They're not going to be okay. They'll be like, what? But like, this is how you've always been the type who listens. That is manipulation response. They're going to try to convince you to be like, no, you don't deserve to be a different version of, like, there was going to be pushback. So what I want you to do is prepare a very confident response. Sit down and anticipate all the pushback. You know your friend better. Anticipate all the pushback you're going to get from setting this boundary. I feel like that will make you very confident and kind of like you know what you're doing. Okay, you don't want to state your boundaries like, I'm not comfortable when you invite me late, or when you text me so much when I'm in a meeting or whatever, and then they go like, oh, but you never told me in a meeting. You're like, oh, okay, my bad. Well, next time I'm gonna, like, don't make it feel like you're begging them to respect your boundaries. Make it seem like this is the new normal. You're either with this, or I can help you. Make it like, if they tell you about their relationship, like, oh, my husband did this again, my boyfriend, you're like, hey sis, look, for the past months or years or whatever, how long I have been listening to this, it's the same old thing, it doesn't change. I feel like you're wasting my time and I'm not doing this. And they go like, oh, but what are friends? So like, you told me I could tell you everything, but like, yeah, that was before, now is now. I'm not with that anymore. I'm very sorry. I feel drained, and I would love me some peace. I would love to be listened to as well. Like, you need to prepare your speech in a way that they know that, oh, okay, I think this is how it's going to be now. I have to either listen to them also, or maybe change the topic. Like, let them be aware without you telling them straightforward. Okay, prepare your confident response so they know what is about to go down. And the last one is that start small. Honestly, you don't need to come up with 100 boundaries at a time. I feel like you should start small, and I feel like you should wait for them to do something, then you keep on putting it in. Like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. We used to do this, but now nope, we're going to do it this way. I'm not comfortable with this anymore. Like, don't just come up one day and be like, I have all this list of boundaries and the things you've done to me in the past years, and I would love to, like, you change it now. Change happens with time. Okay, so have a plan to state everything, just like I said, and whenever they do something, you drop it like, sorry, not anymore, change. You don't just do it one time. Start small to reclaim your power, because one thing boundary will do is free up excess time and energy for the things that truly matters to you. When you have boundaries and people are not stressing you out emotionally, physically, financially, and space wise, which is time, you get the freedom to be you, become happy, and then you show up as the best version of yourself, because you are not trying to play small. You're not trying to contain them by being who you're not. You're being your most authentic self. You're being your real self, and it's either they love you or they don't, because you are trying to be comfortable, and that is what you should be. And whenever you are comfortable, you can play, you can be funny, you can be chill, you can be yourself, you can do whatever you want. And I feel like your friends would want that and need that energy. You always sitting there listening like a therapist, and then you go home feeling weighted, feeling like you're wiped out. So it's very, very important, and you don't have to justify those boundaries. Make it clear, explain it if they need more explanation and why. Just tell them, honestly. You must tell them. You need to free up your own time and space. I had to learn it also with experience. I had to learn how to speak up in situations that are not helpful, so that I don't keep on inviting vultures and creeps kind of friendship. That is one thing I had to change in my life also. I had to incorporate like friendship boundary, because sometimes our friends are everything. We tell them things we can't tell our parents. We tell them things we can't tell our pastors. Our friends know where the bodies are buried. Okay, our friends know where the bodies are buried, and it overlaps. And it's difficult setting boundaries, especially if you never did that from the beginning, but you have to do it. I feel like it's the most freeing way. Everybody go live their life, and when we meet, it's just you and I. We laugh, we talk, we share, but we don't make each other unhappy. We don't make each other toxic. We don't invite dramas into our lives. Like, you don't always constantly bring up the things that we've already talked about and you didn't find solution to it. Okay, you don't become a complainer as my friend. You don't become a drama queen as my friend. Like, that sort of thing saves my time, my life, my energy, and my money, because I wouldn't have to bail you out constantly. So let me know in the comment below, guys. I think I'll end it here on the friendship boundaries. I hope you learn a lot of ways to create boundaries and why you need to create boundaries, okay? For your time, safety, and energy. That is why. And I hope you start. It's 2026, almost 2026. Today, this month is November. We need, before we enter in 2026, we need to have established this already. You shouldn't wait till December. You should start now, so that by next year, new year. I know a lot of you are going to be like, new year, new me. What should I do? Maybe start incorporating friendship boundary. And if you already have that, kudos to you. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this video. I love you guys so much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear each and every one of them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Be soon. Bye.